Hey everyone, my name is Will. I'm a 26-year-old gay man living in Florida, and I'm recording this video because the advice columnist Dan Savage has asked all adult gay men and women to record videos as a response to the recent rash of suicides among gay high school students as a result of harassment and bullying. What he's asked us to do is to create videos describing for you guys our high school experiences and letting you know that we're okay, or we at least got through it. My high school experience, it was hit or miss. And high school was actually okay. Middle school was terrible. I was a really precocious, self-aware child, and I knew I was gay when I was in 8th grade. And I made the mistake of telling one person I thought that would really keep it to himself, who told everybody in a really conservative part of Central Florida that was not very inclusive to non-traditional, as they saw it, lifestyles. So I was harassed pretty frequently and pretty maliciously all through my 8th grade year, which caused me to kind of go back underground, I guess, between middle school and high school. So by the time I'd gotten to my freshman year of high school, the furor had sort of died down. So I really wasn't being myself as a defense mechanism, which I don't recommend that you do. I think that you should be yourself. I just didn't know any other way. Luckily, I was fairly smart and fairly funny, so I could use my sense of humor to defend myself once I got into high school. If somebody started making fun of me or harassing me, I could either make a joke on myself and deflect it so what they were saying wasn't hurtful, or I could make fun of them back, which I did. I think I still to this day have a reputation with some of my high school classmates of being mean. I don't recommend that you go down that road for the single reason that being malicious to someone just because they were malicious to you doesn't solve any problems. It just perpetuates the cycle. Not that what they're doing to you is right or justifiable in any way, but try to stay above the curve on that one. The one thing I will tell you is that you have to find a group of people in your high school, no matter how small or conservative a community you're in, that you can relate to. And no matter how small that community is, I guarantee you there's somebody who's going to like you for you. I was lucky that I got into the drama department at my high school in my freshman year, and everybody in the drama department's a little off anyway, and we're kind of square pegs, so I fit in perfectly. So I found myself a high school family. Not to say that my parents and my biological family were not supportive, because they were. I was very lucky in that, so that was an issue I didn't have to contend with, but I think I'm unique in that. But if you don't have that biological support the way that I did, you can make a family for yourself. You can choose who's important to you and who you can lean on. I was lucky that I had both. Not everybody has that particular privilege, but I guarantee you there's at least one person in that school who's going to be empathetic to what you're going through, who's not going to treat you like you're other, that you're something strange or not normal. You are normal, because you're you. You're just being who you are, and know that if you're being harassed or made fun of or bullied, those people are only doing that because they're not comfortable with themselves, because kids in high school have not figured out yet that to make yourself feel good, you don't have to put someone else down. They just think that image is a competition, and there's only a finite amount of popularity to go around, and that's not true. Everybody is popular in their own way, everybody's valuable in their own way, but a lot of high schoolers haven't figured that out. So they think that they have to insult somebody or take away from someone else to make themselves seem greater by comparison. I know that's probably cold consolation to you at this point, but know that that's why they're doing it. It's not a reflection on who you are. You're just being yourself, and that's the best person that you can be. Be the best version of you. That way you can never be disappointed. And don't accept their version or definition of who you are. You get to define yourself. That's the wonderful thing about human existence. is that you can invent yourself and reinvent yourself as many times as you want to, and you get to choose what you stand for and who you are. So if they make fun of you, they sling slurs at you, all you have to think is, that's not who I am. That's their perception of who I am, but that doesn't affect me. I guess the major thing that you need to keep in mind is, I know it seems like forever right now, and it sure did to me when I was in high school. I thought, oh god, I'm never going to get out of here. But I did. And now, it seems like it was forever ago. And the great thing is that once you get out of high school, and it's only 4 years in the grand scheme, you're going to meet people when you go to college or go out to work or move out of your hometown who are completely different. That you get to start over again. And say you were pigeonholed as a certain thing in high school, you get to be somebody completely different if you choose to be, once it's over. You're not stuck with that image that either you've created for yourself or someone else has tried to impress upon you for the rest of your life. And if you throw in the towel, if you succumb to being so depressed over what somebody has told you that you were, you're never going to have that opportunity, which is so sad. That's not to say I haven't been in that place where I took what somebody said about me so personally that I didn't want to commit suicide, because there have been times where I have. I've definitely thought about it, and I've definitely tried. I'm so grateful that I wasn't successful in it, because my life is really good now. I have great friends, I have a great existence, I have a great job, and I love who I am and what I have been able to accomplish. That if I followed through on those dangerous self-destructive tendencies, I would never have been able to accomplish. And the only reason I got to that place is I started listening to other people's opinion of myself more than I listened to my own. I was lucky that my parents always taught me to value myself. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I know that it's not always going to be the case, and some of you might be fighting that particular battle. But know that if your parents have a problem with who you are, or anybody has a problem with who you are, that's not your problem. You're just being yourself. And if they really are worth your time, or really love you, and they do, they will come around. They'll see it. It might not be immediate. It might take some time, and it might not be the most pleasant process you've ever been through, but it will just take some time and patience. And if it doesn't, you will find a group of people, you will find your own tribe, that make you feel as though you're completely cohesive and part of a wonderful cohesive group. Alright? So just bear in mind, when things get hard and they seem overwhelming, find a person to talk to. There's always someone, okay? There can be a friend at school, there could be a guidance counselor. Some of the best advice I've ever gotten is from guidance counselors. There are mental health counselors you can speak to for free in your community. Parents' friends of parents' friends are really good to talk to. They can be more understanding sometimes than your own, because they're not your parents. If you need to, email me. I'll email you back, and we can talk about it over email for the longest time. My email address is prof.will.adams@gmail.com, and I will email back and forth with you as long as days long. Alright, so just know that even if you don't know us, we care about you, and we're here for you. That all you have to do is reach out, and there's going to be somebody there to catch you if you feel like you're falling. Alright guys, take heart, take care. Bye.